Hello sketchy friends, I am back with a little video today. I thought I would draw the garden because I'm at home at the moment quite a lot, and you know, I think it's really good practice to actually try and draw the scenes that are just right there in front of you. I'm quite guilty of seeking special things out, special buildings, beautiful architecture to sketch, but I really need to get more into the habit of just sketching the everyday, and learning how to sketch something that's just a normal sight to me, but translating it into my sketchbook. So that's kind of the aim with this video, really, is to keep trying to practice more everyday sketching. So this is a Hahnemühle watercolor sketchbook. It's the A5 size and it's the portrait orientation. I'm really used to sketching in more of the long kind of landscape orientated sketchbooks, which you may have seen me sketch in if you've looked at my other videos. So it's really nice to finally try a different orientation like this, and I'm really enjoying this sketchbook actually. It's quite nice to draw on. So is Jemima the cat. You know, can't get away from her when I'm drawing. She loves to know what's going on. She couldn't quite work out how to get around the window, bless her, so I had to go and rescue her. So I just quickly want to mention, I do have a book available. It is an ebook, and it's all of my illustrations from the last 3 years of my travels across 15 countries, 4 different continents, right up until the sort of coronavirus pandemic in 2020. So it includes countries like Iran and South Sudan and Somalia, all of the kind of left field places I've been to in the last 3 years. And a few little notes from myself just explaining bits and bobs. So it's a 60-page PDF, over 130 of my original watercolour and ink illustrations, and it's available to buy from Gumroad, and it's a instant digital download. So check out the link below if you get a chance, that'd be great. So back to this sketch then. As I said, I'm really enjoying this sketchbook, and you'll see later it just seems to hold the watercolour really nicely. The colours are nice and vibrant, and the kind of paper to start with is quite a lot whiter than sort of the moleskin that I was using, which was more of a kind of creamier off-white kind of colour, which is fine too, but this is, yeah, I'm enjoying the different type of paper. And I'm just using my TWSBI ECO fountain pen, which again, I'm really enjoying. I'm actually enjoying it more than the Lamy All-Star that I've got, which is basically looks like a safari. I'm not really sure what the difference is, to be honest, apart from it's like a nice fancy colour. I'm actually enjoying drawing with it much more. I don't know, it just seems smoother to work with. So I'll put a link to it on Amazon if you're interested. You can check it out. It's not any more expensive than the Lamy, I don't think so. And then in the pen, as always, using platinum carbon ink. I've got a video on my urban sketching supplies actually on the channel, so if you want to check that out, I will just pop a link to that in the corner of this video. So here I'm just sort of drawing the plants. It's kind of difficult, and there's just like so much complicated foliage, but I think the idea really is just to kind of suggest it as best you can, you know, just kind of not go almost too detailed with it, and just kind of get the main shapes in, get the idea in, you know. So here I'm just sort of showing you the garden scene. Those beautiful orange flowers are called clivias, I'm informed. Apparently they don't last all that long, but whilst they're here I wanted to make sure I captured them. So now I'm going to add some watercolour. So I've got my jar of water. I've got my St. Petersburg White Nights watercolours, which are a bit of a mess, but you know, that's how they should be. And then I am using what am I using? I'm using an Escoda brush. I wanted to use a big brush for this, so I didn't get too fiddly on the details. This is a size 10 Escoda Reserva travel brush. So it sort of folds back into itself, which is nice. And then this is the Rosemary Co travel brush, which is a dagger shape, which is better just to get some sort of finer details. And I really like this brush. It's like really, really useful because you can kind of get some good details with the point, but you can also cover medium areas too. And then of course, trusty kitchen towel, which I'm just clipping underneath my camera stand there because it's just so windy in this garden today. It's crazy. So I'm doing my best I can to like balance my things on the arms of this chair, not knock anything over, and the cat's trying to jump on my lap every 10 minutes. So yeah, always. Yeah, that's the joys of urban sketching though, isn't it? You know, you've got to battle the elements to get your sketch done. So yeah, so I'm just adding in the watercolor. Obviously there's lots of kind of different greens going on, so I'm trying to kind of reflect that. I think the leaves in the foreground there of the crane flower are just not, like, they need to stand out a bit more, I think, from the kind of lawn, but that's fine. I'm just trying to add some shadows here just to kind of add a bit of contrast and a bit of depth to that plant there. So yeah, I'm just going in with like darker greens really, just to try and make some of the leaves stand out a bit more, give it all a bit more dimension, and the trees as well, just adding, I think, a bit of Payne's grey mixed with sepia, just to add a bit more of a barky texture. I was quite happy with how the barbecue came out actually, with the reflection on the top there. And I'm just going in and making the lawn a bit brighter because it just felt a bit too pale. So all in all, for like a reasonably quick sketch, I was quite happy with the results. So this is my setup. This is how I was sitting on this chair with a jar of water precariously balanced, and then my my phone holder and the ring light there, which I've got a bit of a video on, which I can link to, and there's a link to it in Amazon below if you're interested. So yeah, this is the final sketch. Job done. I'll see you guys in the next video.